Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the FE2 and 5B183 and comparing it to the JAG Panzer E100. One of my close friends, Mommy NatPie, asked if I would do a 183 video. And I told them, I said, well, I already did a 183 video this week, but you know what I haven't done? I haven't done a video comparing the 183 to the JAG Panzer. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I've done a video like this in the past, but it was a very long time ago. And I figured, why not do a refresh and compare the two today? So that's exactly what we're going to do. As always, if you enjoy content like this and you want to see more, consider smashing that subscribe button down below. With that being said, let's get straight into it and move into the front line. Now, what does the 183 have going for it, and what does the JAG Panzer have going for it? Well, the 183 is a vehicle that features 950 damage per shot. It has pretty average camo values. For a tank destroyer, the camo values are bad, but for a, heavy or a similar style large vehicle, they're not terrible. I think its camo values are slightly better than the JAG Panzer, though. And look at this. We have a Yo. And there you have it. 1,300 health off of the Yo. And that's, well, the main advantage this vehicle has over something like the Yo. The ability to literally take 1,300 health in a single shot off of whatever it is. I mean, that's a little crazy when you actually think about it. So what we're going to do here is I'm wondering if that 60 TP is going to poke this. And very close. Very close. Ooh. I was hoping that that player would move just an inch more up. But it's alright. We're chilling. Come on, 60. Come on. Oh, he's so close. Oh. Oh, we got the E100 over here. Can't really pen that reliably, though. I'm just going to wait. We'll see what happens. You know what? You know what? I knew it. I knew it would pen. There you go. 839 off of the enemy E100. Unfortunately, our medium flank is already over. We lost 2 leopard ones, which is pretty tragic when you actually think about it. There's nothing you can do about bad teammates, though, is there? Alright, well, we have the Yo, who's still there, and we have the 60 TP. Doesn't look like that player's going to give me any damage. Good job from our teammate there. Well, what am I going to do? I'm going to drive right on over the dip, get a nice 1,050 damage shell into that player, and I'm going to drive into cover. At this point, 60 TP realistically won't be able to do much to me. I mean, he'll be able to shoot me once, but that's it, 575. That player's got to get the heck out of there, because in 5 seconds we're going to be able to clear that player. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. There you go, pretty easy stuff. Then we back up. 15 more seconds on our reload. I mean, I knew we'd be flanked, and you can see that happening here. So, you're not great so far. But we're gonna... Ooh, the Progetto shoots me. Alright, we're just gonna back up to a point where... Oh, there you go. We have the 100. Nice 1,074 damage into his tank. You know, I wonder if we're going to out-reload... Ah, we couldn't back up fast enough from the Progetto. I was going to say, I wonder if we can out-reload that E100, but unfortunately, we were not able to. So, this game, we honestly made a pretty solid play. The enemy team had the Sheridan, they have the Progetto, and as I mentioned, we were going to lose the medium flank, right? They had the mediums flanking behind us. I decided that with the 60 TP making the play that he did, the best play to make would be to push in, get the clear on that player. I nuked the E100 in the process, and honestly, if that Progetto wasn't there, I honestly might have been able to get another shell into that E100, but there's just no world we ever would have won this game. They have too much health and too many separate targets. But not a bad battle, and it's definitely a great showcase of the 183 on where it can actually do surprisingly well, even in a really bad situation. So, oh, wow, the VK-72 actually gets the clear into that player, but unfortunately gets taken out by the Yo. Not a terrible game, but definitely not a great game either. If our 2 leopards hadn't have died, probably would have been a pretty easy win, to be entirely honest, but... What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? We ended up dealing 4,680 damage, and yeah, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But 4,600 damage, and it really shows why the 183 is so stupid. Like, the alpha damage the vehicle has, the level of penetration it features, like, it's just crazy. And sure, you might not have much armor in the 183, but as we saw in that battle, really didn't matter. Now, the JAG Panzer kind of changes the tides. The JAG has tungsten, which means you can roll similar, 900-ish damage per shot. Not only do you have 900 damage per shot, but you also feature more health and more armor. So you do have the ability to actually get bounces in this tank, where the 183, it's pretty rare. You also have the ability to side scrape, which you can't in the 183. But the downside is that you don't have a turret. That's a big downside, right? Anything that has a gun and a turret is able to flank you. The enemy Sheridan, the enemy STB, the 4202, those are all really big threats towards this tank and will definitely cause it to be in a rather unfavorable situation is really, I think, the best way to describe it. Alright, well, I'm going to chill here. I wonder if we're going to be able to... Ooh, we got the mouse over here. Let's see if that mouse decides to poke. Oh, there you go. Put on our tungsten. Oh, yeah, 936. I mean, that is an absolute juicer. And we get 2 bounces in return. Again, like, the 183 wouldn't have gotten those bounces there. That's just a fact. But this E5 is being utterly useless and not really helping me right now. He's just sitting there and doing nothing. Alright, well, I'm going to back up, and we'll see what we can do. We got the mouse, who's right here, and boom, 793 into the mouse. That's pretty good. Now we got to back up. Looks like our medium flank isn't doing awful, though, so at least there's that. The nice thing about the JAG as well is that it has pretty good DPM, which means you can actually get solid bleeds out into the enemy. We have the mouse, who's very busy staring at me, as we can see. 57 heavy shoots at my teammate. We're going to aim it on the E5. Boom, 753 into that player. And, oh great, we have the Sheridan on me. And this is what I was talking about. I can't do anything about that Sheridan. Doesn't matter how skilled I am, at the end of the day, doesn't really make a difference. That Sheridan will be a problem for the rest of this battle. So, unfortunate, but... Ooh, but that's gotta hurt the Sheridan. 1,000 damage into that tank. And you know what? Sheridan's dead. That player made a terrible misplay and actually killed themselves. And somehow, we still have a 57 heavy in our spawn, who... I guess exists, which means that we're actually able to move up here and put out some more sizable impacts in this game. Alright, well, we have the E5, we have the 2 and 5B. Oh, E5, you gonna poke it? Let's just aim it on the 57 heavy, there you go. Nice shot, I have the 4202 on my side. We actually ended up doing pretty good this game. I didn't expect to get out a solid victory like this because, as I always say, the JAG is a vehicle which really, really struggles in certain situations. But we did pretty good. We weren't able to deal any more damage, but the JAG did do exactly what I wanted it to. It got bounces, it held, and we got a pretty solid victory. So which of the 2 tanks do I think is stronger? The JAG Panzer, which had a pretty similar result, or the 183? Well, at the end of the day, the 183 is a turret, the 183 has slightly better camo values, and it has more alpha. And it has similar DPM to the JAG. The JAG Panzer has 2,776 damage per minute, and the FE2 and 5B 183 has 2,862. So, realistically, I just think the 183 is more dangerous. Not only does it have better standard penetration, but it's just the level of alpha damage this vehicle features. And as we can see, it's 49% camo, versus the JAG Panzer's 50% camo, but I'm actually running view range on this tank because I play it more like a heavy, and I rely less on the camo. But you can let me know your personal feelings and opinions down below. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.